Okay.
Okay, we'll call the meeting adjourn. We'll call the meeting to order at 5:21. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bond,
Here.
Mrs. Dove,
Here.
Mrs. Gay,
Here.
Mrs. Grims,
Here.
Mrs. Harlow.
Here. Everyone had a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Any corrections or changes?
No.
Okay, hearing none, we'll approve them as submitted. We'll go straight to business.
There you go. Excellent. So I want to start off with kind of covering the Arbor Day event that Kelly Stricker put on with the Parks and Rec Department. That was held back on April 25th on Arbor Day. She did a great job with that. I double booked myself that day. I had a volunteer event to go help out with that evening, so I stayed around at least to try to help set up as much as I could, but she had all of her part-time help and everything there to help, and so I was very,
I went. It was really fun.
yeah, she
It was
had,
very, very nice.
did you color a little
Yes, I did.
tree trunk
Yes.
thing? So, yeah, she had a lot of fun activities for all ages. She had, she had those little tree things you could paint, the tree trunks, and you could paint them, and some educational activities. And this is a big component of our Tree City USA status. So that's why it's important that we hold this event each and every year. So, and to get some good photos and kind of show the good things that we do here at Moraine. She also arranged to have 15 tree saplings for the first 15 people that showed up. It's either 11 or 15. Well, let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe it's 12 tree saplings she got. But anyways, that picture there in your packet, there's a picture of the tree saplings that she purchased, and the first number of people that signed up were able to claim those and take those home and help spread a tree in the city of Moraine. So it was great that she had that. And Schmidt's Sausage Truck came out, and I think that was a really good turnout as well. So Sharon, I don't know if you got anything from there, but
No, but I did at the 60th.
you didn't. Okay, good, good. I know we had a lot of employees out there going out to it, and she said it was a really good turnout with the mixed weather and everything, because it was kind of raining off and on that day. But I just wanted to kind of do a shout out and just thank all of her and her staff and Brent for arranging that and putting on a great day for Arbor Day for the city of Moraine. And then with that, I always have to do a forestry educational article with Tree Board. So this one is kind of covers the impact of if planting trees really help cool the planet. Thought this was a pretty neat article. I've never really looked into the effects of trees on cooling the planet. That's, I guess, coming from a planning and zoning perspective, it's not something I really think of. But I thought this was a pretty neat article to kind of learn about different areas and to think about different countries where they have deforestations and things like that. So I was going to read off a couple of sections of this just to kind of cover our article section here. So in a new modeling study published in Communications, Earth and Environment, researchers at the University of California, Riverside, showed that restoring forests to their pre-industrial extent could lower global average temperatures by 0.34 degrees Celsius, which when I did the math is 32.6112 degrees Fahrenheit. That is roughly 1/4 of the warming the Earth has already experienced. Reforestation is not a silver bullet, said Bob Allen, a climate scientist at UC Riverside and the paper's lead author. It's a powerful strategy, but it has to be paired with serious emissions reductions. Trees naturally release compounds known as biogenic volatile organic compounds, or BVOCs. These interact with other gases to form particles that reflect sunlight and encourage cloud formation. both of which cool the atmosphere. Both climate models do not account for these chemical interactions. There are 8 billion people to feed, he also said. We have to make careful decisions about where trees are planted. The best opportunities are in the tropics, but these are also the areas where deforestation continues today. The researchers highlight Rwanda as an example of how conservation and economic development can align. Their tourism revenue tied to forestation protection is reinvested in local communities, providing incentives to preserve land that might otherwise be cleared. So I kind of wanted to kind of share an article, just kind of give a little, do something different than just, Ohio trees and stuff that I usually do. I thought about talking about different areas of the world and stuff like that. So that covers that. One last thing. I kind of want to add a new little section to Tree Board, and that was going to be kind of like business updates that are going on in the city, because with new businesses, in terms of like new development, not like a pre-existing building and a tenant takes over, new development within the city, because they do have to follow landscape laws with our moraine codified ordinances that Brent Carpenter and myself review. That includes trees, shrubs, evergreens, whatever it might be. So I think it's kind of important for Tree Board and everything, and kind of gets all of you to kind of learn about what's going on in the city and keep you updated on new developments and everything. So I had a couple here that I've been working on. TNT Fireworks is going in at 2770 East River Road. That is a new address that used to be actually part of the old golf course that used to be in the city of Moraine before I-75 went through. It was very popular back in the 40s and 50s. They are, it's kind of funny with TNT. When I started in December of 23, that's when their buying agent reached out to me about the potential for a TNT distribution store. So this is going to be a warehouse and retail store over there at that location. So they are following proper floodplain regulations, proper landscape plans. Something I thought was neat, and I was on the phone with the architect yesterday. I was on the phone with them yesterday, and they're going to have a temporary dumpster for around like the 4th of July and a couple weeks after. And it's an opportunity for people to take their old fireworks that they find and collect and throw them away there. And he said, well, they don't really want to do like a full concrete, enclosure. Is there another option? I said, well, you could use trees or evergreens to help kind of create a barrier from I-75, because that's what we're trying to do, is make it look like a very attractive flow of businesses along the I-75 corridor. So they're going to look at making like almost like a little tree and evergreen enclosure for a temporary dumpster that if you find fireworks and stuff, you can just take them over there to that store and dump it and everything. But they're currently still under building review and everything, so that's probably not going to break ground probably until the fall or so. Another one is the new Arco gas station that you've probably seen over on Dryden Road in West Springboro Pike, where the old K&H Motors used to be for many, many years. That switched to Lions Motors for a little bit, and now Arco. They are going to be putting trees out along that little sphere out there. That's their next step that they need to complete. So it's going to kind of help create a little bit more greenery in that space, and that we maintain that big section that's out there as well, where the road kind of rounds right there across from MedVet. And then I've also been kind of keeping an eye on the new, used to be the Moraine self-storage that they constructed on Dryden Road in Arbor. It's now a public storage. The popular orange storage facilities that you see all across. They purchased it. They kind of painted the Dryden side gables orange. So I don't know if they're going to continue that, but they have trees planted all along there, and they're starting to mature very well. Last time I drove by, so that was last year. So they've been doing a great job at keeping care of their trees and everything along there. It just switched hands within probably about 4 or 5 months ago. So, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a little just business update and what that always comes landscape plans and new trees in the city. So I think that's something that's kind of a neat little thing I kind of add to the tree board and stuff whenever that pops up. So does anyone have any questions on anything or if
What
I can
address did
clarify?
you say, the TNT?
It's going to be at 2770
Oh, okay.
East River Road. So it's a new address that we created
Okay.
because there wasn't one with that land because it's been abandoned since I think ever since I-75 went in. So
I'm trying to
I
think
never
where
had-
that
I
is.
don't know where it's at.
it's just south of the Mandalay. If you're
Oh.
looking at a north map on Google Maps, it's just south. It's right in between the Mandalay and Ram Restoration.
Okay.
So it's kind of fenced off and
Yeah.
it's overgrown right now, but we're working with them on that
Okay.
right now to get that kind of
Did they
trimmed down a little
close their
bit. so.
other one?
The one on Union Road.
Union?
They're
Uh-huh.
going to keep that one open,
Oh, are
last
they?
I heard. So that one's kind of a little bit of a smaller store. This one's going to be kind of a larger warehouse and distribution. So there'll be semis going in and out of there to distribute fireworks to different stores and everything.
Mhm.
And then they'll also have retail available there as well.
So we could go in there and purchase.
Yes, yep. You could go in there and buy them, and they are just consumer grade fireworks. So
Mm.
that's what we had to. You can't go above that for someone to go in and just buy without a license or anything like that. So, yeah, but yeah, we're really excited for it, and we made sure that their facade looks very nice as well. For that way, it's not very. It helps kind of blend with the rest of the businesses. It's not just a warehouse pole barn that's just set up right there on the side of the highway. It's going to have a nice facade. Might have has a little red stripe and going across just to kind of indicate they are TNT fireworks, but that's about it. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But that's all that I had. I know Brent mentioned next meeting will be on August 19th. And that's all I have on my end. Thank you.
Thank you.
It would be nice for you to let us know new business. It doesn't have to be where something was. That'd be nice. A new business coming in.
Yeah.
'Cause
Absolutely.
Sometimes we don't know. We just see
No.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm more than glad to help just add a little tidbit about it. So, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
So-
thank you.
Thank you.
No questions?
No.
We will adjourn at 5:33. 4. Now.